And now the Hansons and Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 125 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I am your host, Nate. This is my wife, Alexis.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers.
And we will happily drink them.
We sure will. And also hansonsonhiatus.com. You can visit the merch shop. As we always say, we got tons of different podcast stuff up there. We got pug stuff. We got kitty stuff. We have Que Monito stuff. We have some new Poogie stuff. And now we have a couple more Iowa State Fair, and some of them are just fair in general. Some of them say Iowa State Fair, but some of them are just kind of fair centric. So if you got wherever you're at, if you got a fair coming up, think about ordering one and helping out the podcast. Exactly. You can also be a monthly fucky supporter. That link is also at hansonsonhiatus.com. You can be a little fucky for $1 a month. You can be a medium fucky for $5 a month, or you can be a big old fucky for $10 a month.
We love all our fuckies, even the free ones.
We sure do. And we wanted to thank some of our premium fuckies. Jose, Sydney, Luis, Manny, Spandex Thor, Brian P., Antonio, Chrissy, Christina, Stephanie, Kimberly, Tom, and Miss Nikki D.
Woo.
And also, if you would like to, if you have a business and you want to get the word out, you want to sponsor an episode, go ahead and shoot us a message on Instagram at Hansons on Hiatus or at DigiDudeNate, and we can get you set up and we will help you promote your business.
Yes. Why not get your business out there?
Yes, that's right. That's right. And as usual, like, follow, share, subscribe. Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube, Music at Hansons on Hiatus.
We be there.
We be everywhere.
We be there.
Yeah, we sure are. Well, let's get to a comment, or the comments from last episode. We have one from Christina, and she says, "Hey, y'all, will you tell your Monterey Airbnb story on next week's podcast?"
You must be a psychic, Christina, because this is it.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, and I think another one of our fuckies, Adam King, he also said, "Hey, bro, what happened with the Monterey Airbnb story?"
Yeah.
And I think last episode we were getting to some of the other Monterey stuff, and I think we just ran out of time because we had a bunch of other stuff going on. So we are going to get to it now. So we are going to start the Airbnb horror stories.
Don't fuck with me.
And that is not it.
Broken glasses, poop in the bed, missing doorknob. You know it's time for Airbnb horror stories.
And usually our Airbnb horror stories are with your clients for your Airbnbs.
Yes.
But this story is ourselves.
We're the fun guinea pigs
Yes.
this time.
We are part of the horror story.
We are.
Yeah. So we got a hell of a deal on our Airbnb in Monterey.
You found an amazing deal.
Yes. It was right in the kind of like historic district, $250 for 6 nights. So
you can't beat that.
No, and I saw the pictures and it looked a little older, but this neighborhood is like, from the 1500s or something. So it's understandable that it wasn't the newest thing. But we realized very quickly why it was $250.
We did.
Yes. It was in the nightclub district. So the nightclubs were popping.
They were
popping off.
They were, which they kind of warned us about that. We were like, we can deal with that. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no big deal.
We're hip, we're cool, we're fine. And then pretty much every lock on the door was broken. The locks were broken.
Oh, yeah. The front door did not work well.
It was kind of sketchy.
Yeah. There was like paint peeling off the walls. And also, like, cement peeling off. I don't even know how cement comes off the wall.
There must have been a lot of moisture in there. Yeah. One of the windows in the master bedroom had cardboard as one of the window panes.
Oh, yeah.
So that was fun.
That was a little sketchy. Also, in the bathroom, they had up in the corner where there was like a pipe coming out of the ceiling. Instead of fixing the hole in the pipe, apparently, they just decided to stuff like toilet paper in it.
That grossed me out the entire time.
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
What was even more gross than the paper towel hole was the shower. It was so squishy and gross, the whole floor and everything.
Oh, yeah. It was not good. It was not good. And then also the couch was ripped. There was a big, split right down the middle of the couch.
Even better than that, there was no door to the master bedroom. It was like a curtain or carpet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
If I got pissed off, I couldn't even slam the door. I had to
I was worried about the AC.
Oh, that too. Yeah, I guess so. And then also in the kitchen / hallway, I guess there was a skylight type of thing, but it wasn't glass or anything. It was just like a grate, and it went out to the open air.
It was open air.
Yeah. So while the nightclubs were pounding until 2 a.m., we could just hear all of that just coming straight in. And also then the kitchen was hot because you couldn't run the AC. The AC only worked in the bedroom, which is fine.
I'll take it.
But yeah, so there was a skylight, a lot of noise from the nightclubs.
It was very holy. Going back to the master bedroom, we couldn't even watch television because the TV remote was completely cracked. It just looked like smash. Someone completely broke it, so we couldn't do that.
Yeah, and so I had to download one onto my phone just to turn the TV on because there's no like TV power button on this television. But
that took a few minutes.
Yeah, it sure did. And then there was a pool float that I guess they wanted to double as a like a air mattress or something. Maybe it was an air mattress, but it looked like a pool float. I've never seen a single air mattress like that.
Well, there was no pool,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming it was an air mattress. And then I got more concerned about how many people sleep there. And then the Wi-Fi was so bad that we could barely even watch TV. So all your hard work kind of went for nothing.
Oh yeah, as soon as we got it actually connected, the TV was like like it was just fucking up
I
everywhere.
think they were on dial-up still.
Yeah, I think so. And then the AC drained into the trash can in the pantry or in the kitchen, I guess.
This was my biggest ew. Ew.
Yeah, it was weird. So like there was this trash can in the kitchen and the AC tube drained down into it and it filled up every day, like a full fucking trash can. And I had to empty it. But this was not mentioned anywhere in the details of the Airbnb.
There was no little note on the trash can or in the kitchen. Hey, by the way, empty the water trash can. It would have just flooded if we hadn't poked around.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, it was not a one bedroom as we thought. There was a creepy prison bunk right off of the kitchen. Very strange.
Perfectly described. It was very creepy. I don't know who's sleeping in there.
Yeah. I like to call it the Diddy baby oil prison suite.
So good.
Yeah. So, but like at the beginning, not the beginning, that when we booked the place, the guy was like, just to let you know, like my place is nice, but it's in, this nightclub district. And so it could be loud. And I know Americans kind of like the finer things and da-da-da. And I was like, all right, bro, like I'm not some fucking prissy bitch. Like
we're balling on a budget.
Yeah, exactly. And we've stayed in plenty of shitty hotels in the U.S. Like, yes. I mean, we stayed in like Red Roof's Inn where we've moved things and there's like blood like dripping down the wall.
Don't remind me.
Well, it's dried. It wasn't like currently dripping.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of laid that out. I was like, well, we'll be fine, man. It wasn't big. And honestly, the place was fine for the first few days. Like it wasn't a big deal because we weren't staying there a lot. We were out doing things.
Out and about doing stuff all
yeah.
day.
I mean, and to be fair, there were some positives. Great big king bed.
That's why we mainly picked it.
Yeah, because and then the TV, even though it didn't fucking work, it was giant. It was like a fucking 60-inch big screen TV.
I was just happy that they had good pillows and the sheets and the towels smelled clean and they looked clean. Everything smelled good and was clean. So
yeah, exactly.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice. What else? Like the AC worked well.
It did.
And it worked so well that it was filling up a trash can of water every day. But
we don't have a high bar to reach,
yeah.
but a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, you could maybe argue it was like somebody else would probably say it was in a sketchy neighborhood. Yeah, but it was just an old neighborhood.
It just had a bunch of casinos and strip clubs and nightclubs.
Oh yeah, true. But it wasn't like there. Well, never mind. I was gonna say it wasn't like there was like homeless dudes like hanging out on our doorstep, but I was like, there were dudes hanging out on our doorstep.
I don't think they were homeless.
No, they weren't.
I think they were like 20-somethings.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I mean. No, you know what else sucked was first of all, the water was cold.
Yeah.
Because we didn't realize that you had to turn on the water heater, which he did not tell us.
Didn't tell us.
And
we've dealt with that before in Greece.
Yep.
We figured that out.
And it's in the kitchen, above the microwave and toaster oven. And then also in the kitchen, there was a like full length mirror that you'd get from like the dollar store or something instead of having like a kitchen mirror.
Exactly. So while I was doing the dishes, I can check myself out.
Yeah. Actually, what am I talking about? What kitchen? Nobody has a mirror in the kitchen typically, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck am I saying?
So weird.
Yeah.
Especially a full length mirror that's supposed to hang on the wall.
Yeah. But it had 2 fridges.
It did?
They were mini fridges. I think one fridge was just holding up the other fridge.
I think so.
I don't think they actually worked.
No, I mean, they did their job. They
Well,
kept our waters cold.
The one did, but yeah, I think maybe the one below was just like a footstool for the other mini fridge.
Of course. They were like, just leave it. It'll be a nice table.
Yeah.
We don't need to get rid of it.
Yeah. So we stayed for 3 nights.
Yes.
3 of the 6 nights.
Yes.
And we finally just messaged him and we're like, bro, like we are okay with like, little rundown places or whatever, but like all of this stuff, like the AC, were us having to drain it, and just the door lock barely working, and then just like the bathroom. Oh, we didn't even talk about the smell, did we?
That's what I was gonna say. No, my worst part was the well water funky poopy smell that was just everywhere. I had a headache like every day in the bathroom.
It was a little sewagey. It didn't bother me that much because I was only in the bathroom just shit, shower, shave basically. So I wasn't in there too bad or too long. But we went to Walmart and we bought an air freshener to spray in there. And luckily the door that was shut had a hole in the door that I could spray the air freshener in before I went in there. So that was nice.
We were just poisoning ourselves.
Yeah, So, so eventually you actually messaged him and said, hey, we're used to like, not the nicest things, but this is real bad.
It's gross.
And he didn't argue with you, right?
No, he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, the smell. So he replied right away, like, oh, we're so sorry. We can take care of that. We'll figure something out. And I was like, no, there's no fixing this. I think that's just what it always smells like. And I had tummy problems there. I had like food poisoning or something. So I was in the bathroom a lot.
Oh, true.
And it was not fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's true. That's true. And then what else was there? There was something else that happened. Oh no, but he didn't make any fuss, right? He gave us an immediate refund, and we just kind of came to an agreement, which I think you guys do with your Airbnbs as well. Like if you refund them or give them, kind of make things right, then it's like, hey, just don't leave me a shitty review and I won't leave you a shitty review, and let's just fucking call it a wash. And so he was good about that.
It was still early enough. I was like, I want the unused days, refunded, and actually today too, because we're leaving. We can't deal with this.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's fine. That's fine.
So we moved to a different hotel.
Ooh.
And damn, it was nice.
It
was an old. God, can you remember what it was? It used to be something else, but it opened in like 1910 or 1920. And it was in this kind of square, super close to downtown pretty much. And it had a pool. Just the rooms were nice. It had everything. It had a restaurant. We ate brunch there one of the mornings.
And it was a great price. It looked like a pricey hotel, but it wasn't.
We never got to have a drink at the bar, though. It looked like a nice bar.
We didn't. Every time we went, it was closed.
It was very interesting, though. It had a lot of weird or like odd things that you don't normally see in hotels. It had like a barber shop.
Yeah.
It had a jewelry store. What else did it have? It had something else.
It's definitely like a one-stop shop. The restaurant, obviously they had like salespeople too. So obviously they do like weddings or events.
Yeah,
or
that like Titanic staircase looked really cool.
Yeah, we forgot to get a picture.
Yeah. So, but no, it was in a great location. So it all worked out in the end.
It did. We tried.
Yeah, we did.
And that's what I said to the Airbnb guy. I was like, we really tried. We just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
He was like, good job.
Yeah, right. But I mean, we got 3 nights for $125. So
yeah.
I mean, hey, we saved money anyway.
There you go.
There
I'll
we
take
are.
it.
Yeah. So
There
so that is our Airbnb horror story. I'm gonna try to put in the video clips like I do on Instagram into the main one. But if I can't, go to at Hansons on Hiatus on Instagram, or my Did You Do Nate page on Facebook, and you will see all the clips of this fucking horror story.
You have to see this place, because just us saying, oh, paint and cement were falling off the walls. No, you have to see it.
Yeah.
It's just
And it might not do it. I mean, it'll do it justice, but it doesn't look like a complete shithole. It's just like a old fucking, I don't know. It was next to was it like a parking lot?
A car lot, yeah.
It looked like it used to be like part of the parking lot or
Yeah.
something. Like, and maybe the guy that owned the parking lot lived there for a while or something.
I think that's where all the kids came from. They worked in the parking lot, and then they would come over and sit on our stoop and leave all their like water bottles and stuff.
Super
what are
weird.
you doing?
Yeah, no. So if you're going to Monterey and you don't want to stay there, let me know. I'll send you the link to not stay there. Or if you're if we were just going for a weekend, we probably could have dealt with it. Maybe not. I mean, we did basically.
Yeah,
we
we
stayed there
did.
for 3 days. if we're just doing that and you just need to ball on a budget and you want to be near the nightclubs and the strip clubs and the hookers and and the midget police that I saw and the guy dressed in like a cow outfit, then this is your spot.
That was a really good corner in that strip there with all that. I mean, it was fun. We walked up and down a couple of times.
Not exactly, but it reminds me of our place here where we are not on the main strip, but like our neighborhood is very quiet, but round the corner is the main strip, and you're near everything. So it was nice to be close to everything.
It was really nice.
Yeah. So
and I don't fault them for the stinkiness because it was in that area. You could tell like the sewer system was old, super old, and stinky. So it wasn't his direct fault, but they got to do something about that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we were walking around that neighborhood at night, and sometimes you would catch this whiff of just fucking sewage because like again, the neighborhood is the historic neighborhood is from the 1500s, so plumbing isn't the greatest, I'm sure, and they probably never replaced it.
Long history of poop down there.
Yeah, it was Barrio Antiguo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so stay there, but don't stay at the Airbnb there.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's get to this week. Really, this is going to be a lot about Que Monito. So if you love the puppies, get ready.
This is his podcast now.
That's right. So we've been trying to train him. Yep. He's a little psychopath. Let's be honest. I mean, he's a puppy, so that's how they are.
I call him a tiny terrorist. He is special.
Yes, he is. So first we were like, okay, we've been with him, for a few weeks now, but we're always with him. Like if I go to the gym, or if you want to go to the gym, you go to the gym and I watch him, and vice versa. But we've never been able to, or we haven't left him home alone yet because we weren't, comfortable, I guess.
Right.
Because he's kind of a psycho.
Yes.
But he goes through those moods. We've talked about that where he gets, he wants to play for like 30 minutes and then he just fucking passes out for 30 minutes. Exactly. And then he wakes up and he poops and pees and he's like, ah, and he's biting every little fucking piranha mode. So yeah, we were trying to figure out what's a good way that we can gradually get him okay with us not being around. Yes. So we're like, okay, well, it was was it Friday? Maybe it was Friday. We're like, let's go up to the pool. Like, we'll just go up there for an hour. We'll put him in a little enclosure area. I'll set up the camera so we can watch him. And we went up to the pool, and the entire hour that we were up there, he cried the whole time. So after 30 minutes, you came back down to check on it. Well, no, actually, I went first. Right?
We were watching him on the camera. Yeah, you came down first because he would pee or poop, and we were afraid he'd walk through it, so we made sure we come down and clean it up.
Yeah, so we did that, and when I came down, he was he was crying so much that he was out of breath. He finally stopped crying, and he got on my lap. I sat on the floor with him. He got on my lap and fell asleep, but he was
poor baby.
He was just breathing super fucking hard. So then I went back up, and we saw, wanted to see if he would maybe stay asleep, and nope, got back up, started crying again. So so that wasn't working. And you came back down, and and then I was like, we just can't feel comfortable. Not comfortable. We couldn't relax at the pool knowing that he was down here crying.
Yeah, he's just a little baby that is passed out right now. Thank God. But
CBD.
Love you, but please sleep.
Oh, yeah.
But full disclaimer, that's because we don't have a crate right now. It hasn't gotten here yet, but it will be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or today.
Yeah, or this weekend.
Yes.
So we did that. Oh, that you taught him how to fetch? I don't know if you taught him or if he just knew.
I was watching videos online, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I used to play fetch with Tiger, but he didn't like it. But Que Monito loves it. So we were playing fetch and bring it back, and he's working on drop it.
No, he's good though. He'll keep it a little bit, but he's not like Pharaoh or maybe even Tiger, but more Pharaoh.
Yeah. He
would not let it go.
Yes.
First of all, they would go after it, Tiger and Pharaoh, but they would never bring it back. They might run towards you with it, and then they go around you and they'd fucking go off somewhere.
Pharaoh would do it a couple of times, and then he'd be like, I'm done with this game. It's boring.
Yeah.
But he will go play fetch back and forth 30 times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was going back and forth. So yeah, I don't know if you taught him to play fetch, but he did fetch, and you were playing fetch with him. It was super crazy.
I think the repetition helped.
Yeah, for sure. And what else? Oh, so we were thinking, and I was thinking, okay, how do we train him to be okay in his crate? Because I was really worried because we're flying to Iowa next week.
Yes.
Mid-August. So. Or middle of next week, start of August. God, it's August already.
I
today,
know.
isn't
I'm
it?
like,
Jesus
wait a minute,
Christ.
it's August.
Yeah. So I've been like terrified to fly with him because we've never flown with a puppy before. I don't know if you've flown with a puppy.
I did fly with Tiger when we went to Ohio, and he was probably less than a year old.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a year old.
Yeah, well, yeah,
He's little.
Yeah, so I've been, we've flown with our dogs, our previous dogs, and they were fine because they were a little bit older typically.
They were angels.
Yes. So we're taking Kemonito to Iowa, and I've been very nervous because I'm like, we have a layover in Houston, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's breaking up the flight a little bit. So I think it's like 2 hours and 2 hours, or 2.5 and 2.5 or something like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. We have a layover. But even for the 2.5 hours, I'm like, is he going to cry? Like, what if he cries the whole time? Or, sometimes he goes kind of psycho in his bed or, whatever. And he's like kicking and like biting everything and pulling his blanket out. I'm like, what if he's on the plane and he's doing that for 2 hours?
Temper tantrum.
I don't want to be that person because I hate the people that bring their kids and then they're screaming the whole time. So I don't want to do that.
No one's going to get mad at a puppy.
Maybe. Well, they got to be able to see him. But if he's like, he kind of cries like that, and so I'm like, oh God, how do we train him, to not do that? Yeah. So I had this idea. I was like, we don't have anything going on this weekend, and this was last weekend. Why don't we take him to Cozumel? And that's why we were trying to get the crate. Like we had plans to pick it up then, but the lady was out of town. But anyway, so I was like, why don't we take him to Cozumel? Then while we walk down to the ferry, he's going to be in his carrier. Mm-hmm. So he'll get used to it there. We'll take the carrier over, or take the ferry over, and he'll be in his carrier there as well. Yep. And then we'll have to walk to, whatever places we go to. And I was like, we don't have to go all day. We're going to go at what did we take? Like the 9 a.m.?
Yeah, we went early. So it was nice and cool out.
Yeah. So we took the 9 a.m. and I was like, we can just stay a couple hours. We'll come back at like 3 or something.
Yeah.
So we did, and he was great.
He had an amazing day. It was a great idea. He had a really good day. He was a little fussy at first when we put him in the carrier, but once we started walking and we were praising him and giving him little snacks throughout, he was great. He got used to it. Like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah. And I think because I'm walking with the carrier, and it's like one of those, it looks like a duffel bag kind of, and it has a zipper in the front and on the top and everything.
You can see through.
Yeah. So I think when I was walking, he was moving, so he didn't have the ability to be like, get me out of here, like getting kind of stir crazy, So he's kind of like watching what was going on. And then we got him on the ferry, and he's, stayed in the thing the whole time in the little carrier. And and that's why I was like, we need to leave him in the carrier the whole time because that's what it's going to be like on the plane. So we don't want him to get out and, not have that experience. Got over there totally fine. We went to our favorite coffee place. It's like a 2-story. If you're going to Cozumel, it's called Kiora, and it's a coffee place. And has a second level. Downstairs is air conditioned. They got they have skee ball or something, or foosball, something like that. Skee ball's like at fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. The dang foosball.
Yeah, and but upstairs is open air, but you can see the ferry port from there, and the beautiful view of the right on the water, basically.
Beautiful.
And we took him up there, and he was great. And they also had this fake grass, and so we took him out and we just tied him to the pole or to our table or whatever, and he just laid down and fucking loved it. Took a nap.
So good. Took his little nap, had his toys and his snacks, and he had a great time.
Yeah. And then after that, we went over to this place. We call it the Torta place, but it's called what's it?
Aldea.
Yeah, La Aldea. Yeah. Or is it El? I don't know. I think it's La. Yeah, La Aldea. And this is a place that we would go all the time with Tiger. And there's one waiter there, and his name is Luciano, and he's the best. And he loved Tiger. Like, he had a picture of him in his phone. Every time we come over, he would just, he loved him so much. And after Tiger passed, we didn't get a chance to go over there as often. We were kind of mourning at that point.
Yeah.
And our friends went over there, and they said when they told him that Tiger had passed that he broke down crying. You remember that?
I know, I do.
Yeah, so
I loved him so much.
Yeah, so we brought, we had him in the little backpack, and we go over there, and he said something about Tiger, and then we're like, here's the new Tiger, and we opened up the thing, and he pops out. He's like, oh my God,
he was so happy. Yeah. He loved him so much.
And everybody loves the name.
Everyone loves the name, and they just love him. They're like, he's so cute, I could eat him. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and since and this place is right on the water, it's right by the airport, so we can see the planes coming in over the ocean. It's really cool. But there's this these kind of, I don't know what you call it. It's it's part of the reef or it used to be the reef. It's the shoreline. It's not all sand. It's kind of some dead reef places, and there's like kind of some pools, right?
Yeah.
Like some little.
Yeah, a
Like,
little more shallow.
where
kinda
it's
areas.
literally like inches deep.
Yeah.
Little kids go and sitting there and stuff. And how's he doing? How's he awake?
He's good. Yeah. He just
Okay.
looked at me. He's
and
like, you said my name?
yeah. So we wanted him to get in the water and see how he liked it. And we wanted to take him all the way in, but there was a lot of kids that day, and so we didn't want to like freak him out, because sometimes dogs, when you put them in the water, they like scratch the shit out of you and they cling on to you. So we just took him over there, and he just walked through the water, and then there's this rock, and he just got up on it, and he stood up, and then he just sat down, and he was the most photogenic dog for the beach that I've ever seen.
I couldn't believe that he reacted like that. I thought
Yeah.
he'd be a little kind of
Like-
fussy or like, oh, water or something. Nope. He was right in it, stood there looking around, laid down, like you said, and he loved it. He was contemplating, like, this is life.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell he's looking at the ocean like, oh my God, I know nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
He was so happy.
But yeah, it was super cool to see him, really adapt to it, because like Pharaoh was not a fan of the water. Tiger was. Tiger was a swimmer.
Tiger liked the
But
water.
Pharaoh, like if we would have had Pharaoh, if we put him in the water, he would have just ran right back out. Like no interest. Hey, buddy. Yeah, like,
Hey.
yeah, there you go. If you guys are watching the video, you can see how big he is
A
now.
little sniff.
Little poogie ASMR.
He is. He's getting so much bigger already.
Que
He's ready.
bonito.
He's ready for dinner soon.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he just loved the beach. It was a great day. I think it really helped him, because I didn't want him the first time he was ever in his carrier to be going on a fucking plane.
Yeah.
So
that
now he
was-
knows his carrier. He would sleep in it, so I think he's very comfortable with
That
it.
was a great idea. I was so happy. At first, when you said it, I was like, I don't know. He's just a baby. I don't want to take him anywhere. But that was great to set him up for success when we go to Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, speaking of earlier, we were talking about him playing fetch. Was it yesterday or like 2 days ago? I was on the phone with a buddy from California for like 2 hours, and I get off the phone, and you had taught him how to sit, how to drop or lay down, how to stay, and how to come.
Yep.
I'm like, in like 2 hours, like not even 2 hours, maybe like an hour.
He
Like,
is food motivated, of course.
yeah.
So,
Well, that's how you train them, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
little treats.
Well, some of them, like, some dogs are toy motivated.
Oh, gotcha.
But,
Right.
all of our dogs are food motivated,
Mm-hmm.
especially a puggy. So he loved it. I just took his kibble, like what he's eating right now, and gave it to him as treats, and he learned really well. I found all these videos on TikTok I'm like, how do I train? Because I don't remember, Tiger, it was been like 15 years since he was a puppy, so I couldn't remember how to train certain things, but that was great. It was so helpful.
Yeah, no, like honestly, like he's like a different dog now. Like he's all obedient, and I mean, he still wilds out.
He does.
But I mean, it was crazy. And so, how did you get him to like know how to sit? Like, I mean, did you just push his butt down and say sit, and then give him the treat? Or
I did that, or when he would sit already, I'd be like, good, sit. So, because he would sit a lot.
yeah, and then what's the yes thing? Because you say sit, and then you do the hand sign, and then you go, when he does it, you say yes.
Yes. I saw that on TikTok also. It's like you want to pick one word that you don't. I know we say yes, but you don't say that often to dogs. You're not going yes. You're going great or good boy or this.
Often say yes, queen.
Yes. And now we're going yes.
And he's sitting next to you right now.
He is. He's sitting. Sit, que bonito. Yes. Yes.
And we're not giving him treats. We're literally giving him his little kibble food that's like
Yeah.
this big. So we just
He's-
give him a piece of food,
He's too baby for
That was the other thing
treats.
you learned is that you don't just give them their food. They gotta work for it.
Yeah, I guess some people don't recommend giving them their full bowl of food. I measure it, but that way he can. I always thought you gave it to him, and then and then he would digest it. You water it down a little bit, and he would digest it. But people are like, it's really hard for them to digest at this age a full meal. So you kind of want to give it to him in little spurts. So I don't know. It seems
Well,
to
he's
be
also a
working.
Mexican dog, so he's used to working. I mean, he's not one of those lazy ass American dogs.
No,
I'm
he's
just
not.
kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, fantastic. It's crazy how much he has learned literally in less than a day.
Consistency.
Yep.
You just got to be consistent and keep doing it, or he will run our show. I think once we realize, like, oh, he's going to be a little more trouble than than our last two.
Yeah,
so
he's
we
a
need
combination of Tiger and Pharaoh together.
He really is. He's a pug, but he is long and lean and bouncy like Pharaoh.
Yeah,
so I'm like, oh, you're going to get into everything.
Yeah, because we've noticed that the Mexican pugs are different than the U.S. pugs.
Definitely.
And like Tiger was a U.S. pug, like, short and stout, had a little stubby, nose,
flat.
flat face, obviously. I mean, so is the Mexican pugs, but more so that they're more roly-poly and chubby and stuff. The Mexican pugs here are like a little leaner and lankier. They're almost like when you look at what pugs used to look like before they started really breeding them.
Yeah.
It's like that. They're almost looks like they're mixed with like a hound dog or something. So like it looks like his snout is going to be a little more protruded than like a completely
he's
flat
got
face.
kind of little snout. And then when we took him to the vet, they said that's going to help him in the long run with his pug breathing. And they were listening to him breathe, and they were like, he sounds great.
Yeah. So and that was the other thing. So we took him to the vet the other day, and we had to get his actually, let me back up a little bit. So when we're flying in the U.S., they've changed some of the rules for flying. So if you guys are flying internationally, pay attention.
Yeah.
So at least between the U.S. and Mexico, I don't think Mexico requires these things. It's just the U.S. now. They changed some of the rules.
Right.
Flying into Mexico, you need a health certificate that shows their rabies and their heartworms and all that jazz vaccines. Yeah. But now flying back to the U.S., you have to have that as well, the health certificate, which it has to be within, is it 5 or 7 days? Might even be 10 days. It's within like a week. Let's just,
Close to your travel.
Yeah, it might even be 5 days, but yeah, within 5 days. So you got to get into the vet before, it can't be like 2 weeks ago or whatever. It has to be very recent to get the health certificate.
Yes.
And then now,
I said yes.
and now the U.S. now requires they have to have a chip.
Yeah,
like a microchip, which we were going to get that for him anyway.
Yeah.
And, if it was like Tiger or something, they already, he already had it. But since he's so young, we hadn't gotten it for him yet. Yeah. So we're like, we got to go get him the microchip. So that's one of the things that they require now. The other one is a screw worm test certification, which, yeah, I know. But it means I get it because they don't want. Better
safe than sorry.
Yeah. So there's been a screw worm outbreak, which I don't know what the fuck a screw worm is, but there's been an outbreak in South America, and there's been some spotted in Mexico now. Yeah. And it's normally in cattle, and that's why it's a big deal, especially the USDA is very strict on cattle coming to the US because they don't want it to spread because I guess it kills them or something, and then all the meat is just then it's tainted. So you have to have the screwworm certification test, and there's a list of certified vets in Mexico in each state. And there's like 4 in our whole fucking state that can certify him and get a certificate.
Of course.
Yeah. And again, it also has to be within 5 days of you traveling, and it has to say, he's free of these, worms or whatever. And you have to have so it's like all this fucking new paperwork.
Double, of course.
Yeah. So yeah, we went and got him his microchip. Mm-hmm. I did not realize how big these things were. I thought it was like on the fucking tip of your finger, just like a little like pepper speck or something.
Yeah, because like a grain of rice. That's what I've always known.
Oh, I didn't think. I mean, I thought maybe that big, but like I was thinking like a little dot of something.
Oh yeah.
This thing was like maybe like 1.5 times the size of a grain of rice.
Right. I'm like, it is not a grain of rice.
Yeah,
it is bigger.
It's
than
a little bit
bigger.
It looks like a little capsule almost.
Yes.
And it's not huge, but it's bigger than I thought it was.
Yes.
And they have to have it in this like syringe thing, and so the needle has to be big enough to hold this fucking piece of rice. So it's like I'm like, oh, this is not gonna be good. So I'm reading about it. Que bonito. So I'm reading about it, and a lot of people are like, yeah, my dog screamed bloody murder, and they made me hold him. And a lot of them were saying that they were screaming, and so I was like, oh, great, like this is what I have to deal with. We went in there, and you explain it, like how they were doing it.
They were, first the vet goes, I'm going to get a towel, and I'm thinking so I can wrap him in it and hold him.
Yeah,
he's
so he doesn't wild out.
Crazy. They just put it on the table, and they're like, put him up there, and I don't even think, did I even have to hold him? The 2 vets handled it. But the main vet was giving him the shot, had everything ready, wiped him down, cleaned him up, And then this other vet comes in with this whole handful scoop of, I don't know what it was.
It was like wet food, but without the wet.
Yeah, it looked like peanut butter or chocolate for dogs or something.
But it looked like meat to me. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was poop at first. I was like, did he poop? Oh my God, what happened so quick? But then, so he just gives him that, and he did great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I see him. He's standing him up, feeding the food, and he grabs his, loose-ass skin. So I guess it's better to do when they're puppies because they have more scruff. Yeah. So he's holding it up, and he sticks the needle through the back of the scruff, squirts it in there, and he didn't even fucking flinch.
Didn't even go like, meh, or anything, or move.
Yeah.
He was more food motivated. He
Yeah.
was very focused on the food.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
I didn't realize how big that needle was going to be.
I mean, I kind of assumed it had to be somewhat big to put that thing inside of him, but I did not realize.
He said it was like it has to be really sharp to be able, it'll hurt less if it's sharper. But I was thinking back to when I took Tiger to get his microchip, Banfield just takes them into the back of, the vet. You're not there. Like here, you're there all the time. So when they took him, I was like, okay, I'll be out here. I'll see you in an hour or something like that. So I didn't know. any of
it's
that.
crazy. The Mexican vets are awesome. Like when they get x-rays, like you can go back there and see it on the screen and everything. And it's wild. So
it's I like it. It's helpful.
Yeah, so do I. So he's good to go. Has all his paperwork, health certificate. We're getting his
got his third set of vaccines yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, screw worms, everything. So we are set to go.
We are ready.
Now we just have to make sure this motherfucker doesn't cry the whole time.
I know. I don't think he doesn't cry that loud. So even how noisy it is on a plane and everything, but I would rather him not be stressed out for sure.
I don't know. Did you listen to the video camera when we were up at the pool?
Sure.
It was pretty loud.
Was, like quiet in here.
Yeah, but also there are people like a half a foot from you. It's very close.
I will look at them and tell them, shut up, he's a puppy.
All right. So that was basically the doggy stories so far. So we will let you know how that goes.
Yes.
But let's do Getting High with the Hansons.
Yes.
Get high with the Hansons.
All right. So this is I can't remember if I read this or if I was thinking about it or what, but it was definitely a high moment. And I have a question for you, Alexis.
Okay.
Do teeth taste like nothing, or does our mouth just get used to the taste of our teeth?
I should probably be high for this question.
Yeah, right.
Say it again.
I'll be right back.
Our teeth? Yeah.
Do they taste like nothing, or have they just been in our mouths our whole lives, so our mouth is used to the taste of our teeth? Like when you're in a room that smells like a fart or something, or onions, and you get used to it, and then you leave and you come back and you're like, ooh, fuck.
Oh, onions.
Onion farts, gross.
Yeah, it's like nose blind.
Yeah.
Nose blind, taste blind. I feel like yes and no. I feel like teeth taste like when you go to the dentist and they finish up and they're doing that fluoride or whatever on your teeth.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of
gritty,
and you have to let it set on there, and it has like a tiny taste. I don't even know what like chlorine or something. Maybe that's what teeth taste like.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about like different tastes that you will taste, but then I'm thinking, is that the actual taste of your teeth, or is that just something on your teeth? If you morning breath or whatever, it's not your mouth that smells like that. It's like the bacteria or whatever on it. So, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. I guess you'd have to ask a serial killer or something that's tasted someone else's teeth.
Ew, yeah, crunching on teeth. They probably don't taste like anything. Like if you, I don't know. As a kid, when your teeth come out and you kind of have that flavor, the bloody flavor almost, not the blood, but you taste the blood too.
Yeah.
Maybe it tastes like that.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. Well, if you guys out there think of any descriptions of what your teeth might taste like, I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe irony.
Yeah.
Like that, maybe bloody, whatever. But that might, like you said, might be the blood or something. So if anybody else has any suggestions, leave it in the comments below on this episode. But yeah, I'm going to say your teeth don't taste like anything. Because even if it was like a rock or something, and you put it in your mouth, you're tasting not the rock, you're tasting like the dirt and all the other shit on there. What's he doing?
Yes.
Oh, he peed.
He
Yes.
peed all by himself.
Yes.
Good boy,
Yes.
Yay.
Hang on. All right, we're gonna wrap up so we can get
buddies.
him a little treat
Little
for
treat.
his pee-pees. Good
Look
job.
at that, it's working. He's potty trained on the potty
Yes.
bed. Yes.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah. So yeah, that's getting high with the Hansons. Let us know what you think about what your teeth might taste like.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird question. Ask me again later.
All right. You want to taste my teeth?
No.
All right. As usual, if you'd like to support the podcast, buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers. You can head to hansonsonhiatus.com. If you're enjoying the stories and the information and all the things here going on at the podcast and the boogies. Yeah, if you want to buy him a doggy beer, some root beer.
Or a binky.
We could do that too. You go to hansonsonhiatus.com. You can be a fucky supporter. We really appreciate all of our fuckies. Thank you so much to everybody that supports us. We can't thank you enough. Like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now. Bye.